Good morning, students. In this series of Sociology of Religion, today we will talk about an important aspect and dimension which deals with the part of sociology of religion and also with our day to day life, that is magic, science and religion. Actually, sociology of religion is the study of the beliefs, practices and organizational form of religion using the tools and methods of the discipline of sociology. It has its subject the study of religion in the social context, and it is very commonly seen in our day to day life that a common man in the social sphere and in the arena of socio economic, political, every dimension and every aspect of life feels sometimes a sort of pressure, feels sometimes lowness, dullness in their life, and then they move towards magic or religion. Now, what is the relationship between them, how they are associated with one another and how they are different from one another, this is very important to investigate. Let us start this video, and first we will talk about magic. In the popular and general sense, magic is such a ritual behind which there is a belief that it can fulfill the desired through words and deeds. Therefore, apart from rituals, the system of belief also plays an important role in the belief of magic. Thus, the techniques, beliefs and practices of coercion of natural, supernatural or divine powers that assure to produce desired results by the performance of certain ritualistic rites are called magic. Magic, in which hypnotism is an art of charm, subjugation and ritualistic tantra mantra by which efforts are made to control some events or to establish dominance over some supernatural or supreme power. The fundamental belief of magic is that there is a divine connection between humans and outside the world, and for the fulfillment of any desired goal, an artificial method is often arranged that is equal to it, and for the sake of this artificial method, wishes are made to fulfill the aspirations. For example, sprinkling ashes of the root of a healthy tree on the child for the healthy development of that children, for killing the enemy by making a doll similar to the enemy's shape and cutting it off after giving imaginary pain, etc., are the common examples which we see in the context of magic in the social life. But it is not essential that every time magic is bad. Magic can be both good and bad. Magic, to get something special in the life, is having a sort of arrangement associated to it. Magic is also meant to avoid danger while traveling. These are the examples which deals with the positive or the white type of magic. At the same time, inauspicious, or which is also known as black type of magic, are also used to destroy or harm a person, group or thing. The form of evil magic is sorcery, in which magical powers are deliberately used to destroy or harm a person, group or object. Therefore, magical beliefs are associated with the personal pains and fatalistic actions that cannot be explained on the basis of religious morality. Thus, magic holds a very important place in the life of an individual. But at the same time, when we talk about the relationship of magic with the supernatural or supreme power, there is one more context which is associated to it, and that is the relationship with religion. Religion is a universal cultural phenomena, and the Latin word religo, which means consciousness, and the Greek term religare, which is associated to the bindingness or the fasten that holds all together, is again associated with the supernatural power. Now, if we talk in a general sense that what actually religion is, then it is a quest to understand life's mysteries and discover the true way of life. This is a spiritual adventure into the heart of God by prayer or meditation, and this is a commonly seen activity in the various religious places. Thus, magic, science and religion are commonly associated and seen in the day-to-day life of a common man. Magic is also having difference from religion, because religion is based on the persuasion, reverence or worship and prayer, while magic involves coercion. Like religion, there is no sense of surrender or bowing head towards some supreme power in magic. Another important term which is associated with this practice of magic and religion is science, and science deals with the scientific method. It deals with the cause and effect relationship. When it deals with the study of the natural phenomena, it is treated as natural science, and when we talk about the social aspect of life, then here again every phenomena definitely is associated with certain causes and which results in certain consequences. As a result, the systematic study, the cause and effect study of social phenomena in social life is meant for the purpose of social sciences, and social sciences get the title of science only when it is having the feature of scientific method associated to it. So, what is actually scientific method? So, the search for patterns and laws to explain the hidden order underlying the natural world is known as scientific method. Therefore, certain steps are there which are used to practice and to study social phenomena also and natural phenomena also, like development of hypothesis, experiment, accumulation of evidence, development of a theory, test and try to disprove the theory and use model to explain the phenomena. Therefore, magic and science also have difference between one another, because science is believed to have evolved from magic, but like magic, casual belief in science are not based on imaginary facts. There is wonder, anticipation and uncertainty in magic. Science rests on observation, testing and verification, whereas in magic there is no scope for re-examination, criticism and counter criticism and the process of elimination. Thus, now it is very clear the specific meaning of magic, science and religion in the day-to-day life and in the sociological study perspective. Now, let us talk about the relationship between religion and science. Science means a method of seeking knowledge and solving problems. Science insists that a fact cannot be delivered by mere appearance. In this scientific method, the meaning and value of a particular fact can be known only after performing of experiment. Factors such as time, place, person, equipment, etc., that can affect the results of experiments, and all those elements are kept under control in the laboratory. Both religion and science are ways of human understanding. So, both of them are the ways of connecting man to the reality. Religion and science both tries to make the unknown known and to reveal it out, although the form of religion is more collective. Science also emphasizes working together in the scientific community and mutual cooperation. Therefore, both religion and science consider themselves closer to the truth. It is also true that science also has its own limits. The hands, efforts and possibilities of science can reach only up to a point, and reaching a point, science feels sometimes helpless, and then it looks towards religion, hoping for a special miracle and grace of the God. Though again, sometimes people make a difference of opinion in this context, and they are having the view that science is ultimate in itself. There is no correlationship between science and religion. It is a matter of a personal belief also, but commonly there is a certain sort of dependence of magic, science and religion towards one another. Where science come to a standstill, the limits of religion begin from there. Therefore, let us talk about the differences between religion and science. Science is different from religion because science has expectation beyond objectivity and neutrality. Science emphasizes on precision and measurement. Science brings the unknown to the level of observable reality. It is scientific knowledge that can bring concrete changes in nature through techniques. Scientific knowledge and method are universally valid, but in religious life certain principles differ from one society to another. Here again it is important to note that there are few elements which are common between religion and magic, and which was very clearly explained by Piddington in his book An Introduction to Social Anthropology. He has mentioned the main elements of religion and magic. Likewise, in religion he said there is belief in one or more gods. Second, he talked about the collective actions. Third, he talked about the integration only for worship, and fourth, he talked about the efforts to achieve socially approved objectives. These 4 points according to Piddington are essential elements of religion. When we talk about magic, according to him, magic is directly fruitful and it is essentially personal. It is directed towards a definite end, and often it is not accepted by the society because it deals with the bad intentions also. Thus, there is, along with differences, certain similarities are also there between religion and magic, as they both are associated with the supernatural power. They both are having traditional knowledge imbibed in that, and they both are trying to a person get relief from the mental tensions and anxiety situations, and both are used to provide help to the individual to have their solutions of their problems. There are specific methods of religion and magic which are necessary to be followed, otherwise there will not be any kind of success in the fulfillment of objectives. There are special people who perform certain rituals even in the religion and also in the magical practices. In both religion and magic, priest, magician, witchcrafts work, they have to lead a different life on the day when they have to perform certain specific activities. Something associated like prohibitions are associated to them when they have to perform certain specific activity, otherwise failure can be faced. Both religion and magic are used as tools to adapt in the difficult situations, and they both are the products of the human imagination. Although Malinowski, renowned social anthropologist, criticizes them and says that they are the products of practical realm. We will discuss in detail about that later on. Now we talk about the difference between religion and magic, that in religion a person considers supernatural power superior to his power, so he bows before that power. But in the magic, the person believes that the supernatural power is under his or her control in order to get his objective fulfilled. Durkheim considered religion as sacred while magical activities as impure. Malinowski is of the opinion that magic takes place for the definite purposes. Religion does not have any specific definite objective. Its purpose is to be confident in this unruly world. In a religion, a person is afraid of supernatural power and has a feeling of fear, while in magic he is not afraid of supernatural power, but he understands that he knows the difference between the power, therefore he respects them. Now we talk about the various forms of magic which we see in the society. First is black magic. Such magical activities that are intended to cause harm to a person or group is known as black magic activities. Black magic is the magical activities that bring storm, destroy property, make a person sick, invoke death also. Witchcraft come under this black magic category. They do not get the approval of society. Anyone can learn it, but illusions have supernatural power. Therefore, it is not easy for everyone to learn it. And next is white magic, just opposite to black magic. Such magical acts which are performed to benefit or to provide help to someone is known as white magic. Magic acts performed for the treatment of diseases, preventions from misfortunes, protection in travel, etc. fall in this category. Thus, two distinctions can be seen between them. In the first distinction, those magics are used to protect against the uncertainty of life and future danger is known as white magic, and in the second distinction, strange events etc. are taken place when a person shows some miraculous performance due to magic, then the purpose of both of them is social welfare, and this type of magic gets social acceptance. Third is imitative magic. As the name itself suggests, a type of magic that is based on the belief that an object or person can be enchanted through its symbols. That is, if any magic is done on that symbol, it will affect on the targeted object or persons. It is based on the law of likes, according to which it is believed that like actions give rise to like effects. For example, the belief in prevalent in some tribes that rain can be caused by the sound of thunder. Similarly, to destroy a person, the voodoo action of destroying his picture or statue has been found in many societies. This is known as imitative magic. Next is contagious magic, which is based on the belief that if objects have been in contact with each other, they continue to act and react upon one another, and even then they are separated. Next is aversive magic, which is done to prevent a person from suffering, and last is enhancer magic, and the purpose of this magic is related to the increase in production, bringing rain, making profit in business, successful sailing, etc. Guardian magic having specific purpose to protect against spells cast by other magicians, to protect property, to recover debts owed, and to cure disease is the major target of guardian magic. And as the name suggests, destroyer magic is related to the purpose of harming the opponent, destroying his property, killing and making him sick. Thus, there are different types of examples or forms of magic which are seen in society. Therefore, it is having difference with religion, because the aspect of religion is generally for the pure cause. It deals with the concept of sacredness, it is associated with supernatural power, but always prove helpful for the betterment of a person and of a society. Various scholars in their different ways gave expression to the origin and meaning of religion. Let us talk about them. The anthropologist Tyler defined religion as belief in spiritual being, stating that this belief originated as explanation of natural phenomena. Belief in spirits grew out of attempts to explain life and death. He believed that all religious ideas have developed out of primitive belief in the animate nature of natural phenomena. Therefore, his theory popularly known as by the name of animism. Malinowski says that religion arose as a response to emotional stress. When technical knowledge proved insufficient, human beings turned to magic and religion in order to achieve their end and form a catharsis. And by anticipating the desired goal, ritual assert order in an unpredictable universe. Radcliffe Brown carried out his research in the Andaman island of the Bay of Bengal, and the Andamanese were tribal hunter-gatherers who had remained relatively isolated until a penal settlement. He asserted that the Andaman Islanders' main spiritual beings were spirits of dead, which were associated with the sky, forest, sea, nature spirits, which were personifications of natural phenomena. Malinowski very clearly said that whatever exists today does so because it continues to serve as a function. Therefore, Malinowski and Radcliffe Brown gave their and popularly known as their contribution towards functionalism. Durkheim also gave detailed analysis about the religion and saw society rather than individual as the source. Both profane and sacred dichotomy is there. Every day the activities are associated with this dichotomy, where he talked that sacredness deals with the religious aspect and profane is the mundane or day to day activities of life. Early anthropologists worked to find general principles of religion, like James Frazer talked it about in the pan-cultural context of religion. Malinowski gave psychological explanation of religion. Durkheim talked about the collective representations that hold people together in the context of sacred and profane, and Durkheim focused also on the society or the social role of religion. Thus, it is very important to keep in mind that various scholars from time to time give detailed description how magic, science and religion plays the role in the society, whether it was that stage where not much scientific knowledge was available. Therefore, because of fear factor, people got inspired or people got inclined towards natural or supernatural powers. But with the passage of time and with the development of science or scientific method, people got explanation about the natural phenomena. So, the development of science also gave different dimensions towards the process of thinking in the context of religion and magic. But whatsoever be the source, the existence of magic, science and religion in the day to day life of common man and for the arena of the study of sociology will always be available. Magic deals with that aspect where a person performs certain activities, though in magic and science the common phenomena is the existence and the connection of a man with the supernatural power, but the way of making connection definitely differs in both these aspects. Magic is also associated with the negative aspect, but religion cannot be said as associated with the that aspect of life which is proving helpful, which is proving harmful in order to create wrong assumptions in the society. Therefore, magic and religion, though both are associated with one another, but are having a sense of difference between one another. Similarly, in the context of science, it is important to note that science deals with the scientific method, and when a particular methodology is adopted in studying social phenomena, it comes in the category of social science. And magic and religion are associated to the social life of men. Therefore, the existence of scientific method in the study of scientific and social phenomena is a part of sociology. Therefore, magic, science and religion are the important aspects of study in the sociology of religion. If we talk about the relationship between magic, science and religion in the views of various scholars, I would like to state the example of Malinowski, who suggested that science is instrumental. It is based on rational understanding and empirical knowledge. But when we talk about magic, it is instrumental again, but invoke the supernatural power through words or acts. It is coercive and based on faith and belief. And when we talk about religion, it is again based on faith and belief, but work through the beseeching of the supernatural power in the form of prayer. In this way, Malinowski very clearly explained the relationship between magic, science and magic, religion, and the interrelationship between magic, science and religion. As the existence of all of three is always available in the society, therefore, it is very important to understand the relationship between them in the society. Next, we talk about the relationship which was given by Frazer. Frazer very clearly in his way explained the process that how these three are connected to one another. Frazer works are mainly concerned with the problem of magic and its relation to science and religion. They also include a consideration of totemism and fertility cults. Frazer's famous book, The Golden Bough, brings out that besides animism, primitive religion has many more beliefs, and animism cannot be described as a dominating belief in primitive culture. for Fraser, the efforts to control the nature for day-to-day survival lead the early man to resort to magical practices, and it is only after finding out the inefficiency of magical rites and spells that the early man is driven to make appeal to higher supernatural being like demons, ancestor worship and gods. Thus, Fraser draws a clear distinction between religion and magic for controlling nature or to establish power over that supreme power. It is magic which work in a different way, and it is religion which provide direction in a different way. Fraser says that magical practices imply that man has the confidence of controlling nature directly. This attitude makes magical rites akin to scientific procedures. In addition, Fraser argues that religion implies man's acceptance of his inability to control nature directly, and in this fashion religion takes man above magic. Not only this, he maintained that religion exists side by side with science. In this way, the relationship between magic, science and religion is always prevailing in the society, and it is always be the part of the study of sociology of religion, because these both aspects, whether it deals with magic and science, whether it deals with magic and religion, or whether it deals with the relationship, interrelationship between magic, science and religion, the existence of the supernatural power, the way to have connection to it, the functions which is associated to it, and the practices and the pattern which are used in the following either the way of magic, science or religion, definitely marks an impression on the social life of man. Thus, before concluding this video which deals with this aspect of sociology of religion, it is very important to know the clear meaning of all these three, the interconnections between them, the similarities which they have with one another, and the differences which they have between or among themselves, because then only as a student of sociology it is very clear or will be able to make helpful way in the society. This is the minute line of demarcation between magic, science and relationship which differ them from one another, but this line of demarcation holds social significance in the society. Therefore, whether it is the study of the primitive man or whether it is the study of a man in the modern context, the availability of literature, the availability of method will be used by the eminent scholars, anthropologists, sociologists in the earlier time and even in the present time, that they study sociology in the aspect or in the dimension of magic, science and relationship. Thus, in this series of sociology of religion, very clearly we tried to understand the meaning of sociology and also the meaning of religion in the context of its social relevance, because whether it is any of the social institution in the society, definitely they are meant for the purpose of some definite specific functions. And when we talk about the context of magic, when we talk about the context of religion and even of science, they are also known and available in the society till the present time because of their certain functions, and these functions are performed by various religious specialists, about which we have already discussed in one of the video. We have talked about the rituals which were already performed from cradle to grave in the life of every individual, whether they belong to any of the person from any religion, with the various names we have already discussed. But again in this video it is clearly highlighted the importance of magic, science and religion and their relationship with religion, because these three are holding importance in every religion and in the life of a common man. Sociology deals with the scientific study of the cause and effect of those phenomena which affect the social life of a common man. And when a person or the aspect is studied from the dimension of sociology, it becomes the part of sociological study. As sociology of religion deals with the religion, it talks about the process of faith, belief, learning values are there, but they are having social significance. So, in this video particularly we have discussed about the significance of magic, science and religion in the society. These three are very commonly seen in the society, whether they are having detailed knowledge about it or not, but they are having an attraction towards them, feeling of fear or respect towards them, and they are holding significance in the life of man. Thus, whenever we study sociology of religion, it is very important to study all those aspects and dimensions which are available in the society for the sake of having the relationship of a man with the supernatural power. The way of having that connection may vary. It can be in a precious way of religion, or it can be by the way of the magical practices through magic. But whatsoever be the process, scientific phenomena definitely marks an impression in the study of that, and therefore these are the part which makes an impression in the sociological study of magic, science and religion in the sociology of religion. Thank you.